Hi everyone, I'm Marilena Tarantino from POLI.design, and today I will be moderating the presentation of the Specializing Master in Strategic Design for Innovation and Transformation in collaboration with Graduate School of Management. Don't forget to write your question in the dedicated Q&A box. Let me introduce the speaker for today's presentation, Cabirio Cautela, Scientific Director of the Master. Before leaving the floor to the faculty, I would like to introduce POLI.design new positioning. The claim Unlock Your Design Energy means our commitment to recognizing and promote the unique potential differences of each student. We aim to nurture personal aptitude and inclination, offering a supportive environment that empowers students to become professionals ready to assume leadership roles and tackle complex challenges. Each specializing master program, of course, unlocks a distinct energy. So I will now leave the floor to Professor Cautela to provide more details about this.
Thank you, Marilena. Good morning and welcome to everyone. I'm here just to present the pillars, the underpinning reason why of this kind of specializing master in strategic design for innovation and transformation. Let me say that this kind of educational initiative is the twin of our longest in terms of age master in strategic design, and we added a new executive program in collaboration with the business school, that is the Graduate School of Business of Politecnico di Milano, with whom we manage this kind of course that is strategic design for innovation and transformation. Just as a premises, as Marilena was saying, in this kind of open days, we are using the word unlock your design energy. Which kind of energy we want to unlock with this master? For sure, this master is addressed to executives that they want to bridge the managerial competence with some design attitude. So I could say that we want to unlock a specific design attitude in those managers that they lead marketing department, brand areas, operation department, and design department in those organizations that they use design as a strategic asset. On the other hand, we want to create some leadership capabilities in order not only to propose on the market new kind of product and services, but also to transform the organization, to transform the process of creativity and how the organization in a certain way respond to some stimuli and input that they come from new trends and new kind of environment that every day the organization in a certain way face. What is the reason why of this master? And let me say some coordinates that we share with you. First of all, the new beginning of the program will be in March 2025. And it lasts more than 1 year, and it's a sort of a blended master. So it means that the 85% of the hours are managed through remote learning, and there are the rest of the hours, that is almost the 15% of the master, that are managed with in situ, with the physical presence events that I will take my time after to explain what we do. As I said before, the main rationale of this master is to provide the manager that in a certain way they can combine the capability to innovate, but on the other side, the capability to transform the organization on the basis of the innovation that they propose on the market. And this year, after the starting up, when I was the former director, the former scientific director, this year I leave the place to Michele Melazzini and Claudio Dell'Era, that was also the former director with me, the leading option for this master. Michele is one of the researchers in the design field, and in particular his research interest deal with the design engagement for the organization. So in a certain way, his background is about how to design spaces, services, and plans for motivate employees. On the other hand, Claudio Dell'Era is a very famous, internationally recognized scholar where he deals a lot with the innovation of meaning and all the design-related strategies of the company. So, as I was saying before, the underpinning rationale is to combine managerial capability and design sensitivity, but if I have to be more precise about that, the goals of this master are related to create a manager that they are able to imagine a new kind of meaningful innovation from one end, but on the other hand, they are able to inspire colleagues and employees with enticing storytelling in order to create consensus and convergence. On the other hand, this kind of manager should be able to lead the design project, to lead the work in the creativity teams. But on the other hand, they are able to exploit the opportunities with an entrepreneurial spirit that only this kind of matching between design and manage in a certain way can favor. On the other hand, they have in a certain way to bridge the conceptualization of new product and services, so the conceptualization of what the company want to propose on the market with the execution side. So in a certain way, this kind of figure try also to create bridges inside the company among the different departments and the different areas that they contribute to the innovation process. If I have to simplify the structure and the pillars of this kind of master, we can distinguish four main building blocks. The first is about innovation and design. In this kind of blocks, we recall not only the general principle of the general management, from marketing to strategy to operation, but also we touch the concept of innovation from different angles and perspectives. The second block is mostly related to leadership and engagement, in which we transfer all the concept and all the principle to lead team working and in a certain way to engage in the best way the employees on the same innovation venture. And then there are the third and the fourth block that they deal with some updating concept and trends. The first is about data and creativity. As we say every day, the new technology of generative AI, but also the large language model and all the other machine learning in a certain way crunch millions of data every day. So one of the problems of the modern designer is to use and employ not only some critical observation on the field, but they should combine this kind of observation with the data, with the big data, with what happened every day in the social network, in the CRM of the company, in other source of data that can lead to innovation. Fourth, the fourth pillar, the fourth building block is about how to transform the organization, but in particular how to manage the part of the organization that is most oriented to conceptualize the innovation with the part that is responsible with the execution, with the implementation. So when we call design ops, what we want to say is that also in design there are different kind of operation that in a certain way they should bridge, they should link the conceptualization with the execution part of the innovation process. And this is fundamental because in a lot of cases there are organizations that they have a very high level vision, but they don't have the capability to put something in the cloud on the earth. On the other way, there are organizations that they are very smart in execution, but they don't have the creativity power to imagine new scenarios for the future. Apart the modules about the lecturing, we organize in this master in particular 4 main events that we manage with the Illinois Institute of Technology that is placed in Chicago. So in this master we have 3 entities: POLI.design, that is the postgraduate school of design in Politecnico di Milano, the graduate school of business, that is the XMIP, and then the IIT, that is the Illinois Institute of Technology in Chicago. In particular, the face-to-face factory experience are cultural trip that we organize with some ambassador of the master and with some practitioner and manager in order to create exchanging moment with the student, in order to learn from the experience that these manager and practitioner have in different consolidated companies in which design assume a sort of strategic relevance. But on the other side, we organize in 1 year 2 digital bootcamp where the student, they face a design challenge and they collaborate remotely in doing a job that is in a certain way a response and answer to a specific design challenge formed by a company, given by a company. These kind of experiences, as you can imagine, they are not only sort of learning experience, but the most value, the major value that student can derive from this experience is about networking. So the real goal of these kind of experiences is to enlarge their network with the new manager, new practitioner, new designer that they work in different leading company in different kind of industries, from telco to banking, from services to also product and manufacturing company. What we want to create with this kind of educational initiative, if I can add something, usually an executive master is not oriented to create something new, but in a certain way is oriented to create some reskilling and upskilling program where manager can be immersed in new environment where they can learn something more about their job and their job opportunities in the future. So, but what we in a certain way create as professional outcomes in terms of adding some knowledge and complement the existing knowledge of the manager with something new is about creating a new design manager for the future, or in a way creating new design strategist. You know, there is a specific combination between designer and the strategist part in which today in doing a strategy there is the need to look at the design as a source of stimuli, as a source to craft the strategy and the positioning of the company. We also create and add competencies in innovation manager, but on the other end, in our classes, we have a lot of product and brand manager. So in a lot of industries, the sensitivities of design and the attitude of a designer are fundamental to drive the change and the growth in different kind of industry, not only fashion and furniture, that they are the classical and traditional design related industries, but also in other kind of realms and industrial setting. And then there are other 2 kind of figures that we create or that we empower with this kind of master, that are design consultant and design specialist, that usually the first they work in different kind of management consulting like Deloitte, McKinsey, Fjord, Continuum and so on, or design specialists that they can act in the R&D department, for example, in different manufacturing company, or they can act also in different service company as those that they in a certain way boost and accelerate the innovation process in the company. So this is more or less the structure that in a certain way we have. We combine international workshop with the initiative that I said to you, so the digital bootcamps and the face-to-face factory. We combine all the design culture that you can grasp from our scholars, and I can say that Politecnico di Milano is one of the top university in which the design department has been created more than 22 years ago, and the management engineering department is really famous into the world because in a certain way we created the theory of the meaning innovation that is typically in design-driven companies. But on the other hand, we ensure in this master a strict and intimate contact with design professional and practitioner, that they will do seminar, that they will lead workshop, and then they will participate to different activities of the master. These are, as I anticipated, the different profiles that we created, but as you will see by these kind of figures, you will understand that in a certain way what we create in this master is a strong design accelerator with an attitude in design analysis and with a huge capability to be a sort of catalyst in the organization. Why choose this master? It's very easy to explain. First of all, because you will be in contact with internationally recognized scholar into design field and to the innovation management field. Second, because in this kind of master we provide different kind of research outcomes that we do as scholars and we translate in educational content. On the other way, the possibility to be in contact continuously with the manager that they come from a design background or an innovation management background is something that we ensure from the beginning to the end. And then I think that there are three entities, from the IIT to the Graduate School of Business to our School of Design, that they can ensure different perspective about the design knowledge that you can grasp here. This is more or less the overview of this kind of specializing master. What we want to say is just that we want very motivated people, that they want to be eager to participate to this master because they believe in what they do and they believe in the contribution that they can provide to our class and to our master. So I just leave the floor to Marilena in order to explain to you the formal requirement and some other details about the admission.
Thank you to our speaker for the presentation. To take part in the selection process, by scanning the QR code, you will access to the Specializing Master webpage. I just want to remind you that the applications will be managed by Graduate School of Management. Please remember that the applications are processed in chronological order until all the spots are filled. These are indeed the final deadlines, so please don't wait until the last minute to apply. By visiting the Specializing Master webpage, you also have the chance to discover our promotional policy, our commitment to support your study path at POLI.design and your future. Now we can move on to the Q&A session. I see there are in the chat box some questions. The first one is, I am confused between strategic design and service design. How can I decide? What are the significant differences between them?
Okay, may I say that is a typical question that some of the students, they, in a legitimate way, they do. When you speak about strategic design, it means that you are, in a certain way, a sort of project manager. So you see design from the top, and you organize all the creative resources in order to accomplish to a strategic goal. So in a lot of cases, the strategic designer that we create are mostly manager. Instead, those that apply for a sort of service design position, they want to be more designer. So they enter into the project and they enter in the innovation project with some specific contribution. It means that these are two different figures that in a way or in another, in some point of the project, that they can converge. So in strategic design, we mostly create a manager with a visioning capability. In the service design realm, we create a service designer with design capability and less managerial competence.
Okay, and another one, which are the main differences between this master and the master in strategic design?
Okay, first, it's the way to attend the master because it is in a certain way provided in a remote learning framework. Instead, the master in strategic design is physically provided, and you have to come directly to POLI.design and in Milano to live the strategic master experience. So this is the first difference. On the other hand, the master in strategic design is mostly attended by students that their age is about 22, 26, 27. Instead, the executive master in strategic design for innovation and transformation is attended by people that they have at least 10 years of working experience. May I say just an additional reason to distinguish the two masters is that the master in strategic design is mostly oriented to create a strategic designer to innovate product and services. Instead, the strategic design master for innovation and transformation is mostly oriented to create not only those people that they are interested in the innovation side, but also those managers that they are interested in the organizational side. So they in a certain way combine the eyes toward the exterior part of the organization, but on the other hand, the eyes from the exterior part to the internal part of the organization, because they want to transform the processes and the way that organization uses to operate.
Thank you. Another question. In your opinion, do you think design business and this program have totally different purposes, or are they related?
The two programs.
Yeah.
The two programs are strictly related, and maybe for the next year we will also organize something in order to join the two classes. So they share a great territory between them, but in a way they have also strong difference, because just to make an example, all the concept about leadership and data-driven creativity, they are taught in the master in strategic design for innovation and transformation, but they are not taught in the master in just strategic design.
Thank you. It seems there are no further questions. I would like to thank the faculty again for being here today, and stay connected to find out more about POLI.design and our services.
Thank you so much.